The Illuminati. Once we at war with these devils. Did you strap up your combat boots yet?
Self-destruct sequence activated.
3, 2, 1.
Sometime I need a little something, babe, to help me pass away the time of day. 'Cause I ain't been doing nothing but drinking and thinking, yeah.
Peace and love, family. Oh, boy. I don't know what to say, but we're in a lot of trouble. We are in a lot of trouble. The food, it's all poisonous. It's all poisonous. You know, went to the food depot yesterday, and I was actually looking for some fruits and vegetables for my family. I was looking for some, went to go grocery shopping and went to the food depot out here in Georgia. And I kind of knew the answer. I asked the guy who was working at a food depot, and I asked him, how can I tell the difference between, I was in the produce aisle, and, none of this stuff was actually labeled. So, I was just out of curiosity in the back of my mind. I already knew the answer, but, I just thought I'd test the waters and, see what he would actually say. So a guy was strolling along who actually works in the produce aisle. And I asked him, I see none of the fruits and vegetables you got over here is labeled. So I actually want to know the difference between, how can us, customers know the difference between the fruits and vegetables that are organic from the ones that are genetically modified. Guy chuckled a little bit and said, well, there is no natural products over here. Everything is, nothing over here is actually natural. He said, the only thing that we actually have here, which is probably organic, is the blueberries. I said, the blueberries? I said, you mean to tell me we got a produce aisle over here, and the only thing in this aisle is the blueberries? Come on, man. I looked at him, he looked at me, and we both knew that this is some straight bullshit. This is some straight bullshit. There ain't no way to call it besides just calling it what it is. It's straight bullshit. You go to a grocery store, and the only thing that you got available for the general public is a bunch of genetically modified products, artificial products that are fake. That's crazy. That's literally crazy. Like, how you gonna have a produce aisle and none of the fruits and vegetables is real? It's fake. Like, let's get to it. If it's not real, if doesn't come from Mother Nature, then a fruit and vegetable that's supposed to grow from the ground or grow from the trees naturally, if it doesn't come from Mother Nature, then it's fake. Bottom line, you call it that. Now, what really is getting me is like, okay, you got this company called Monsanto. And they are pushing genetically modified food in every grocery store. Every grocery store, you got genetically modified food. I went to Sprouts, I don't know, I think the same day that I went to Food Depot. And they have a section where you got the genetically modified products, because they have signs up that's, on some of the fruits and vegetables that says organic. And I suppose the other one, if you don't see the sign, it doesn't say organic on top of it, then obviously it must be genetically modified. Shit, ain't no way, to call it. It's genetically modified. It's so, you even go to places like Sprouts and Whole Foods and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're going to find genetically modified food. It ain't no way around it. And I'm strongly under the impression you have a lot of food that's labeled organic that's not organic. This is big business. This is, this is a capitalistic society we live in. And this company, Monsanto, is a conglomerate company, that's on a straight mission to pretty much poison all the foods. But the flip side of that is that if you're going to have a whole generation that's going to grow up off of genetically modified food, what are the psychological and physical repercussions of that? Because I remember, growing up, there was a time not too long ago where you can go to the produce aisle, sorry, and, and find fruits and vegetables that were, natural. Now you're going to have a whole generation of children growing up in this new age millennium that's going to grow up not knowing, the difference between genetically modified food and natural food. And you just best believe within the next near future, next 5 years, ain't going to be no natural food. And you're not going to know. But then the question comes is like, what are the psychological effects that's going to actually take place? What are the psychological and physical effects that's going to actually take place of the children who are growing up in this new age that are growing up off of unnatural food? I mean, not even just the fruits and vegetables. Every product that you go to within these grocery stores, there's always an unnatural substance in it. If it ain't the high fructose corn syrup, if it's not, the the high fructose corn syrup and the what is it? That coloring, that number 6, that number 9 crap, and shit, man, it's crazy. It's high fructose corn syrup in just about everything nowadays. You can't even get no ketchup without the high fructose corn syrup. But my thing is that, what are the psychological effects that's actually going to take place to the children who are going to grow up off these unnatural substances? I tell you what it's going to be. You're going to have The Walking Dead. Bottom line, it's going to be The Walking Dead out here. Literally, living in the artificial reality. Everything is fake. It's falsehood. And the disease is going to run rampant. We already got a whole bunch of obesity out here and, just a whole bunch of poison already circulating around the neighborhoods and within the communities. But just to be vamped with a bunch of artificial products within the community, the artificial food, the artificial meats, GMO, everything. It's bad. It's bad. And this shit right here was already planned out, and we are at war. There ain't no way to look at it. Bottom line, we at war. No way to look at it. We are at war with these corporations. We at war with these corporations. Let's just call it what it is. Call a spade a spade. We at war with these corporations. These big business conglomerate corporations who are preying on the general public. Bottom line, a bunch of miseducation out here on what's what. And just the whole idea of just having fake food. Your body is not meant to have fake food. If it doesn't come from Mother Nature, you shouldn't be putting it in your body. I know it's easier said than done, but it's the bottom line. We at war with these devils, man. And it's gonna get worse. It's gonna really, really get worse. And I could just imagine what type of mutations are going to actually take place from the consuming of these artificial products. You know, I tell you a smack in the face. You know, I don't even know where the hell that damn tilapia came from. Where the fuck did tilapia come from? I don't remember growing up in the 80s, 70s, and, you know, seeing tilapia. I don't remember it. I remember, you know, I grew up in a household where we ate whiting, and, you know, you had red snapper. Yeah, we had red snapper. You had pogies and, you know, things of that nature. I don't know where the fuck this tilapia came from. It just hit the hood, and out of nowhere, you see tilapia everywhere. You know, it was a good, you know, it tasted good. I ain't gonna lie, shit tasted good, but I don't remember where the hell it came from. You know, and then not too long ago, you know, went to the grocery store, bought a bag of that, you know, some of that tilapia. You know how it come. 9-10 pieces inside a bag. And something just told me just to read the back. I read the back. The goddamn thing said carbon monoxide. I'm like, why would it have carbon monoxide on the back of a tilapia bag? Imported from China. Carbon monoxide. Now, what the fuck is carbon monoxide doing on the back of a bag of tilapia? First thing that came to my mind, like, carbon monoxide, ain't that the shit that comes from the muffler of a car? Right then and there, I said, nah, I can't eat this shit right here. I can't eat it. And then you even go to the little $1 stores. They sell single pieces of tilapia in the $1 store. What the fuck they do that at? The fuck you gonna find a single? I never went in the grocery store or the $1 store and found a single piece of red snapper. You know what I'm saying? So it let me know, you know, this fish right here, this ain't what I'm supposed to be putting in my body. You know, I don't know where the fuck the shit came from. The shit just came from this. It came out of nowhere. Like, it just came from the clouds, dropped down in the hood, and next thing you know, everybody, you know, getting high off of goddamn tilapia. You know, everywhere's tilapia. You know, I go to the grocery store out here in Atlanta, I can't even find no goddamn, you know, actually to like the fresh fish store and find any whiting. You know, you gotta go. You gotta travel. You know, under damn to like a third world country or something to find some fresh fish out here. You know, but I'm just saying, you know, we at war right now. You gotta call it what we call it. You know, just call it what it is. Bottom line. You know, ain't no need to, you know, fake it and call it something else. And, you know, yeah, we at war. So, peace.